Complaints are piling up against the Sarasota solar company that has been in business for decades.
Customers say in some cases they paid tens of thousands of dollars towards solar projects and have received nothing. Some have warranty work that hasn't been completed. 8 on Your Side consumer investigator Shannon Bankin joins us now in studio with their story.
Jen, Josh, I sat down with 2 customers who came to me desperate for answers, and after my investigation, I came back with a little good news and a lot of bad news.
So you may be able to see on the roof.
Rick Cook of Palmetto has had solar for years, but the system hasn't worked since June because of a broken inverter. Solar Direct was supposed to fix it under his warranty, but canceled his appointment in August.
And then in November, they call me and say, oh, well, guess what? Because of all the tax credits going away at the end of the year, we're focusing all of our work on installs, and we're not doing any service work until after the first of the year.
Meanwhile, you're sitting here with
I'm sitting here with no solar, burning through electricity bills that are much higher.
This chart shows his low electric bills with solar versus without.
I feel like I'm not getting what I paid for sure, because I'm still paying for the solar installation, and now it's useless to me.
But at least he has his solar.
The panels would be on both over the garage.
Bill Paulus in Tampa paid a total of $23,000 towards solar with Solar Direct.
On December 2nd, they asked us for the second payment, which was a large sum.
He says he had an install date of December 22nd, but no one showed up, and now the phones are disconnected.
We don't know what's happened, why they would do that, because they came across as very credible, very knowledgeable, very responsive.
Enough is enough. Time for some BCB intervention. I dropped in at the Sarasota business and found owner Kirk Most. He wouldn't talk to me on camera, but he explained that the business is closing. I saw furniture being sold out the front door, and Moss said that was to earn money to make his last payroll. He pointed to a series of events leading to the demise of the business, from hurricanes to federal tax credits expiring to a business partner he says died from cancer. The bad news for Bill and other customers who paid towards solar they didn't receive? He says your money is gone and his bank accounts are in the negative. Before leaving, I had a quick thought. Could Rick's inverter be somewhere inside? I was able to persuade Mr. Moss into checking. And a few minutes later, I was rolling out a dolly with Rick's inverter. My luck changed, though, when I tried to call him with the good news.
All circuits are busy.
So on my way back to Tampa, I stopped back in Palmetto to deliver the news.
I have something to show you.
And the inverter in person.
Look what I got.
You got my inverter?
I got your inverter.
Oh, that's as big a win as I could hope for. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
In Rick's case, this inverter will save him thousands of dollars since he won't have to buy another one. Now he just has to find an electrician who can install it. As for Bill, he tells me he has filed a police report because he feels like his money was stolen, and he questions the timing of the last payment and the phones being disconnected just a few weeks later.
Okay, first of all, kudos for wheeling out the inverter in your high heels and then trying to make the call with the Verizon outage. I mean, you had a lot going on yesterday, but you managed to get it done. Is there any sense from the business whether they have or would be willing to give people other bits of equipment that they need?
Well, I asked the owner that because I wheeled out the inverter. I would have been willing, more out if I knew, but he said that he would be willing to help people if they email him, and he said nicely without threats, because apparently some people have not been very happy about not having their equipment, not having their money back. He advised that those customers send him an email to the business email. So he sounded like he would help if he could. There's a lot of things there he's getting rid of, so it would probably help him to get it out there.
To offload some of it,
That's
yeah.
right.
All right, stay on it because I'd be interested in the update. All right, thank you. And if you have a problem that needs solving and you want to see a lady wheel some of your stuff out in her high heels, better call Bankin. The number is 1-855-BANKIN, or you can reach her on Facebook at WFLA Shannon.